Welcome to the battlefield, my warriors. This is DarcsenOfLegend coming at you with this week's update vlog. The gameplay you're seeing is from the multiplayer for Resistance 3, and I do plan on playing all three of those games for you at some point. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about was improvements on my channel, and yes, you can probably guess it has to do with Photoshop. I know I've mentioned that so many times by now it's probably making you guys sick, but I at least wanted to actually talk about things that I've actually been doing. I've actually finished. The first thing is that I finally finished my new profile pic. I was originally planning on making this vlog you guys seeing my face, but I haven't done a gameplay in a while, so I decided to do that instead. And if you guys care enough, then you can obviously see it yourselves. But in the case of my profile pic, you can see this if you're watching this video in the first place. So that's my new profile pic. Hope you guys like it. I think it's pretty beast, and yeah, so that's that. Next thing I'm doing is I'm going to be editing my Shadow of the Colossus thumbnails. First of all, I like to give credit to people who make something for me, and this is the last thumbnail that Insidious Minds made me, so I always put his name on the thumbnail to give him credit. And I also had some ideas to basically spruce up each of the thumbnails for individual episodes that I had thought about it in the past, but I didn't actually do. So I'm doing that now. Maybe not so important, but I still wanted to say it. And speaking of thumbnails, I just finished making my first thumbnail for my Let's Play of The Last of Us. I'm super excited about it for two reasons. One is that it's my first one that I made. For the other ones Insidious made, I gave the art direction, but he actually made them for me. And this is the first one that I made all by myself. I did get a lot of help from learning how to use Photoshop from Insidious, Silas, and Stalker Coffee, especially while I was actually making the thumbnail itself. But as far as actually making it, I did it myself, and I'm really proud of for it. I'm proud of myself for it, and I also think it's the best looking one that I have so far. So I'm like really psyched about that. And as far as thumbnails go, I know that they make it more interesting for the viewers to watch. Like, say if someone types in The Last of Us to watch a Let's Play, they're probably more inclined to check out my video first than someone who might, just post a random clip of the gameplay. But I don't know if people really usually take the time to think of the thumbnails besides that. But I hope people would, because for the first thing is that any thumbnail that looks really good usually had a lot of time and effort put into it. I know I put a lot of time and effort into it, about 6 hours. Hopefully I get faster at making them later, but I put a lot of time and effort into it. And plus, when a thumbnail has time and effort put into it, it usually looks great. And I think that thumbnails themselves are works of art, and I appreciate them, both the ones I make and also the ones that my fellow YouTubers make. So, maybe I'm overextending a bit. I don't know what you guys usually think about them, but I hope you guys appreciate them, because I definitely want to work just as hard on those as I do my actual videos. The last thing for improvements is that I'm also working on my channel art and my intro next. And as you guys know, since I'm actually showing you what I've accomplished, I'm actually, making them right now. And my channel art is currently in progress. It's probably going to take a really long time, though. To give you an idea, I'm not really doing anything, I guess, too original. I'm doing pretty much taking cutouts of certain game characters from my previous and future LPs and putting them in, on the actual background. And a lot of people do that, and it's not that original, but at the same time, I don't really think that it's, I don't think that it's a wasted effort. Like, I am putting a lot of work into it. I am trying to make it look as cool as possible, and I hope you guys like it when it's finished, but it's probably going to be a while. The last thing I wanted to talk about for this video, and yes, it's the last thing, hopefully it's not going to take too much longer, but my birthday and Christmas are coming up soon, and I'm not asking you guys, to wish me a happy birthday or Christmas or to send me gifts or anything, but I've been thinking a lot lately about ways to improve my channel. And what better way to improve your channel through new equipment than to ask for them as gifts, right? So I'm letting you guys know what I have my eye on, so that you guys can know what I hope will happen soon in the future for my channel. The first thing I have my eye on is Photoshop CS6, which is the latest version. I have CS2 right now because it was free for download since it's so old. But throughout the last few weeks, especially when I was making my Last of Us thumbnail, I realized how much more organized and easy to find things are in CS6 versus CS2. And also how many new tools there are in CS6 that could make my life so much easier that I don't have in CS2. And, you know, it's kind of a no-brainer, like, you know, not only even just one version, but 4 versions of difference between the Photoshops. Of course, they're going to be superior, but still, like, I actually had some real-world experience with it, and I definitely know I need CS6 now. The next thing I wanted to get was a PC controller, because I mentioned in a few vlogs previous that I wanted to play Amnesia: Machine for Pigs, Slender the Arrival, and depending on which version I get, either PC or PS4, I also wanted to play Minecraft. I'm not really moving into PC gaming that much because most games that I would like to play are for system and PC, and regardless of whether systems or PCs gaming is superior, I've been with systems all my life. And also with my cerebral palsy, which is mild, but still with my cerebral palsy, it's extremely hard for me to play a game on a keyboard. I have tried many times in the last few years. It's a lot harder to play on a keyboard than on a controller because I don't know if I could get used to using a keyboard, or if it's just a flaw that my cerebral palsy has in me. But either way, I'm definitely more familiar with playing with controllers. So I wanted to do that. So I was looking at them and I saw some PS3 ones, but apparently they all suck. And the Xbox ones are really good. And, you know, the Xbox systems are great. I just don't own one because I don't really see a reason to own both PS3 and Xbox 360 when they have mostly the same games. But anyway, so yeah, the Xbox is still a great system. But since PS3 ones seem to suck, I'm going to get a Xbox PC controller. The last one I'm looking for is a USB headset. For those of you that have just joined in, or at least are not aware of my situation, with my Let's Plays I have to play my games on almost 0 volume, because otherwise my mic would get double feedback from the TV. So, because my headset, that and the Elgato both require a certain port on the PlayStation to plug into to work, and there's only one of them, and there's no like jack or anything like I can get to make more of them. So they clash, and I can't use both at the same time. So I'm trying to find a headset that uses just a USB to get plugged in, so I can listen to my gameplay and get the full immersion experience, and hopefully improve my commentary. I have found a temporary solution in that I found out that my computer actually has a third USB port after all, because the other two were being taken up by my mic and the Elgato. But since it's being plugged into my computer through USB, it's picking up the sound through my computer and not the system. Therefore, and this is normal, but when the Elgato records, it records 3 seconds past what you see on screen. So, I'm hearing the audio 3 seconds later than what's happening. So, it's definitely an improvement since I'm actually able to hear the game audio and have more immersion, and I do think it is already improving my commentary, but it's a temporary thing, because I can't put up with hearing put off audio forever. Now, those are the only 3 that I'm really looking at, but there are 2 others that I am not really worried about either way, whether I actually end up asking for them or even getting them this time, but I do want them sometime in the future. The first one is a video camera, so I can start making my skits, because I wanted to try my hand at that too, see if I'm any good at it. And the other thing is a PSP capture card. I was looking on Amazon for PSP capture cards, because I know there must be something that you can use, because I've seen gameplays on YouTube and everything, so... But when I looked on Amazon, I couldn't find any actual capture cards or anything that seemed to do what a capture card needs to do. I found a lot of things that converted things from your computer to your PSP, but I never found anything that said, oh yeah, it captures gameplay and you can convert it from your PSP to your computer, you know? So if you guys know anything like that, like if I'm just being stupid and if what I was looking at really was what I needed, or if I'm looking under the wrong keywords or something like that, you know, just let me know, because I want to find one eventually. A quick little update that happened while I was actually editing this video. Storm 2, I had up to episode 27, now I only have up to 26, because episode 27, apparently the Elgato wanted to crap out during that episode, and it messed up the video pretty bad, to the point where I'm definitely not happy with the product, so I need to go back and re-record that. And one of the downfalls of the Storm games is that they can only allow one save file at a time, meaning I have to go back and play the game from the beginning up to the point where I have left off. I hope this doesn't happen too often during this game, because it's going to take a lot longer to record Storm 2 than I want to, and it's going to be a burden on me in general. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, just want to let you guys know that. Until then, I'm going to be focusing on The Last of Us, which may or may not be a good thing. Maybe it'll give us enough time to get pretty close to the ending before Kingdom Hearts in this next coming week. But anyway, so yeah, that's it. So if you liked the video, leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.